Hey, it's Erica, and I want to show you some things to look for when you are looking for a wig. Wig shopping online can be very challenging, but I want to help you and make sure you understand some things you need to look for so that you'll have a pleasant experience and you won't have to return the wig. First thing is, if you have your own hair, you're going to have to secure that. You want to make sure that it's not hanging out of your wig. So put it in a little ponytail, clip it up to the back of your head, wear a wig cap if you have a lot of hair. Next, if you don't wear a wig cap, get you a wig grip because that's going to make sure that the wig is secure. It's not going to shift around on your hair. Your hair is going to be slippery to the wig, so you need something for it to grip to, and a velvet wig grip is perfect. All right. So there are different things to look for when you are looking for a wig. If you want a wig to be natural looking, there are a few things you need to make sure that you find in the wig. You want a lace front if the wig doesn't have bangs. If you have a lace front, it's going to give you the illusion of the hair growing right out of your head. If you don't have a lace front, you're going to have a hard seam right there, and everyone's going to know you're wearing a wig because it's just not going to look natural. Now, if you have bangs on the wig, you don't need a lace front because the hairline is going to be covered. Let's take a look at the most basic kind of cap you can get. Generally, these are going to be less expensive because they're basic caps. And just because they're basic doesn't mean they're not good, but there are a few things you need to be aware of when you're looking at a basic cap. Okay, so this is Graceful Bob, and it is in the color Glazed Mocha. It's by the brand Hairdo. Okay, first thing to notice is it has a basic cap. There is no monofilament. Monofilament is a netting material that is sometimes put in the top of wigs for a natural looking part. This does not have that. So you are not going to get the illusion of a part with scalp. You're just not. It has an open wefted cap, which is going to be stretchy and cool, and it does have Velcro adjusters, which is great. It has closed ear tabs as well. Okay. Now, we also do not have a lace front here. So, thankfully, this wig has bangs. If it didn't, I'll show you what you would see. Okay, we're going to turn it around. Now, this is what you need to know about a basic cap. If you have a basic cap, most likely there's going to be a little bit of permatease in the wig. They just do that to give it volume because there is no part area. But because of that, you may be able to see some of that permatease. Permatease is crimping of the hair at the root, and it's going to look like backcombing. If you remember how we used to do that to get big hair, well, it's the same type of thing, and it's going to give you that kind of rat's nest look right in your on the top of your head. So I'll show you a few ways to disguise that, but if you want a natural looking part, you can't go with a basic cap. It's just not going to work. All right, let's put this wig on, and I'll show you all the things about it. All right. Now, of course, it looks crazy. Wigs are going to look crazy when you first put them on. Do not be afraid to get in there and play with the wig. Play with how the fibers lay and all of that. I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to grab my ear tabs, make sure it's on straight. Now, let me show you without a lace front. You can see this seam right here. So if this did not have bangs, it would be a dead giveaway that it was a wig. Now, you can see there is no illusion of scalp in this part. It's really just all the permatease, but that's going to give it some volume. Permatease is not bad. You just don't want to be able to see it. That's the only thing. And there are ways to disguise that. You can kind of comb it in a different direction, kind of do this loose zigzag part just to disguise where the permatease is. And let me show you all the way around. So this is a really cute wig, but it is super basic, and I've shown you the things that you're going to get with a basic cap. Okay, next wig, I'm going to show you a cap with a monofilament part, but it is still an open wefted cap. All right, so this is Elite by Ellen Villa, and like I said, it has an open wefted part in the cap. So instead of being just a basic cap, it's got this open wefted part, which is just the netting that's going to give you the illusion of a natural scalp. It also has a lace front, which is perfect because this wig doesn't have bangs and I don't want it to look like a wig. It also has Velcro adjusters and closed ear tabs. So let's put her on. Okay. So first of all, let's look at this lace front. Do you see what I mean? How it just looks like the hair is growing right out of my head. And we're just going to comb her down, always making sure that you use a wide tooth comb so it does not snag the fibers and stretch them out. All right, so this lace front and this monofilament part is going to give you the illusion of seeing scalp. It's just going to look more natural. Now this wig, I'm trying to decide if I think it has permatease. It does not. If there is any, it's right here at the base just to give it that round shape. Let me show you all the way around. So see the difference in how more natural this one looks as opposed to the graceful bob. The graceful bob is a good wig, and if you are okay with not having the naturalness of a lace front and a lace part, then it's a perfect wig for you. Now, you notice that the lace front here does not extend all the way down the side, and that is the case with most wigs. The lace front typically is going to stop up here. How do you disguise that? What can you do? If you have your own hair and it's the same color as the wig, you can kind of pull it out and it'll just blend away. If you don't have your own hair or it's a different color, then if you go to tuck your hair, you're going to have to make sure that you leave a piece of the wig out just to disguise that seam. But this is one of my favorites, Elite by Ellen Villa, and this is in the color Sand Mix. Okay, so the next cap construction is going to be the most expensive in the synthetic hairline. It is a fully hand-tied cap. So this one is Christy by John Renault in the color Shaded Praline. It has a full monotop, which you can also get on an open wefted back wig. And that will be less expensive than a fully hand-tied cap. But it's got a full monotop, so you can change the part and put it anywhere you want it. It has this beautiful lace front, and then it's closed in the back because each individual fiber is hand-tied to the cap. So these are going to be the most expensive wigs because of the labor involved. So they hand-tie all these little things. I don't know who in the world does that and how long it takes, but my gosh, how labor intensive. But it's going to be a little bit snugger fit if you have a hand-tied cap. There's not as much stretch, but you see it is still stretchy. It also has the Velcro adjusters and it has the closed ear tabs as well. So let's put her on and talk about her. All right. So right away, I notice how comfortable the cap is. A hand-tied cap is going to be slightly snugger, like I said, because there's not as much stretch, but it just feels like a better fit for me. It's almost like I'm not wearing anything. It fits so well. But look at that lace front. Let's pull the hair out. And that lace front goes all the way to here. So this lace front extends further than that other one. And then they've got hair spliced into the ear tab, so you really don't have much of a seam there. You still have the mono part, but it's a mono top, so you could change your part and get the illusion of scalp anywhere on top. All right, let me show you all the way around. So again, this wig is going to be more expensive than the first two wigs because of the labor involved in making the cap. The benefits of having a hand-tied cap is the hair will have freer movement because they're not sewn together by a machine in wefts. And what I mean by wefts are these little tracks of hair. So the hair is sewn onto these tracks, and then they are machine sewn onto the cap to create an open wefted cap. So this is not going to have that. So each individual fiber is individual. It's not grouped with a weft. So there's going to be a little bit more natural movement. Also, if you get caught in the wind and your hair separates, it's going to look a little more natural underneath the hair because nobody's going to see those wefts. So if that is a concern of yours, you may want to opt for a hand-tied cap. Personally, I don't typically like to pay the difference for a hand-tied cap. If a wig comes in a regular cap with a mono part and then a hand-tied version, I typically opt for the regular one just to save money, unless, and this is my trick for finding good wigs at a good price, unless you can find it on clearance. All of my hand-tied wigs have come from the clearance section, and they're heavily discounted because they're an open box. I buy my wigs from Shaquelle.com, and I know that they pass an inspection. If they're returned, they can't have altered it in any way. Really, it's just a try-on situation where someone has not liked the wig on themselves, so they've returned it, and then Shaquelle will turn around and sell it at a heavily discounted price. So I love a hand-tied cap, not willing to pay full price for it, so I grab them when they're on clearance. All right, y'all, these are the 3 types of caps that you need to look out for and some of the things that you need to look out for when you are searching for your wig. If a lace front and a mono part is not something that you are interested in, go for a basic cap. You can save a ton of money that way, but just know you may be able to see some of the permatease at the part, so you're going to have to play with that a little bit to disguise the permatease. And the lighter colored hair, it's easier to see the permatease than with darker hair. It just is the hazards of the light hair. Now you could get a rooted style, which has the darker at the roots and then the lighter below, and that would just help disguise the permatease as well. But I hope this was helpful, and good luck on your wig journey. It's an amazing, fun experience, so don't be afraid to try wigs.